Hi, greetings from Turkey. Welcome to the second day of Fourth International Marketing Symposium 2025. I will moderate first sessions. First speaker is Dr. Shuvasree Banerjee, Marketing Tea Tourism for Sustainable Development, a Pathway to Positive Change. She sent her video. I will play now.
One. Economic activity is evolving to drive sustainable development and marketing the tea tourism. So before we start, I would just like to explain about tea. Tea is not just a drink. It tells the story of landscapes, communities, and the centuries of tradition. From the terraced tea gardens of Darjeeling to the sprawling estates of Assam and the lush plantation of Sri Lanka, tea destinations offer a unique window into the past while embracing innovation to shape the future. Today, I will discuss how tea tourism bridges heritage and modernity, creating opportunities for sustainable growth and community empowerment. The history of tea. So here, the history of tea tells us a unique feature. So where did tea come from? The world's most widely consumed beverage has a fascinating story, and we are here to answer the questions about the origins and history of tea. All true that tea comes from the tropical plant known as Camellia synthesis. Thriving in warm climates with long sunlight days, cool nights, and abundant rainfall, this plant grows at altitudes ranging from sea level 7,000 feet from Turkey in north to Argentina in the south. Tea originated in China, with its earliest uses primarily medicinal, dating back to ancient times. It evolved from medicinal concoction to beverage and eventually became deeply embedded in Chinese culture. Particularly during the Tang dynasty, the practice spread to other parts of Asia and eventually to Europe and the rest of the world, with the British playing a significant role in introducing tea to India and other colonies. One of the earliest accounts of tea drinking is dated back to China's Shang dynasty, in which tea was consumed in medicinal concoction. One traditional method of preparing tea involves steeping loose tea leaves in a teapot and straining them into a cup, a practice that became common in Europe following the introduction of tea. Chinese traders, an early credible record of tea drinking to the 3rd century AD in a medicinal text written by Chinese physician Hua Tu. It became known to the Western world through Portuguese priests and merchants in China during the early 16th century. Drinking tea became popular in Britain during 17th century. To complete the Chinese monopoly of tea, the British East India Company introduced commercial tea production to British India. Next, we will see the tea, how the tea has evolved all around the world. So here, tea from Yunnan, Camellia synthesis originally specifically around the intersection of latitude 29° north and longitude 98° east. The point confluenced the lands of southwest China, Tibet, North Myanmar, and northeast India. The plant was introduced to more than 52 countries from this center of origin. On the morphological differences between the Assam and Chinese varieties, botanists have long asserted a dual botanical origin for tea. However, statistical cluster analysis, the same chromosome number easy hybridization, and various types of intermediate hybrids and spontaneous polyploids all appear to demonstrate a single place of origin for camellia synthesis. Tea consumption likely began in Yunnan province during 2nd millennium BC as a medical convocation. From there, it spread to Sichuan, and it is believed there for the first time people began to boil tea leaves for consumption into concentrated liquid without the addition of other leaves or herbs. The expansion of tea around the world. During 19th century, tea drinking became essential to British social life. Tea parties and events were organized for all possible occasions, including family teas, picnic teas, tennis teas, and elegant afternoon teas. Over the years, housekeeping manuals and cookbooks gave a clear instruction about the tea time invitations, etiquette, and brewing, serving methods, dress, and tableware. The tea party was a very symbolic elegance and prosperity. Although the first tea was discovered in China, several other areas of the world now contribute the overall tea harvest. The first tea used in England originated in China, and it wasn't until 19th century that tea growing spread to Formosa. Then indigenous tea was discovered in Assam. In 1939, the first Indian tea was sold in London. Around 1191, Japanese Zen priests bought tea seeds from studying abroad and began cultivating them in the southmost part of Japan. Then it spread in the 20th century in Africa, notably in Kenya, Malawi, and Tanzania. Next, we will discuss upon the heritage of cultural and historical roots. So here we see that the heritage comes from rich tapestry of history, traditions, and rituals and cultural significance, which diverse with different civilization. It is about acknowledging the deep roots of tea production and consumption, recognizing how it has shaped societies and economies, and valuing the cultural practices with its around the globe. Key aspect of tea heritage goes with historical origins, as from the legendary discovery by Emperor Shennong in China to introduction of tea cultivation in India and Ceylon by British. Tea's journey spans millennia and continents. Cultural significance. Tea has been woven into social and cultural fabric of countless nations, serving as a symbol of hospitality, community, and even religious practices. Regional specifications. Different regions are renowned for specific tea varieties and unique processing methods, such as Darjeeling delicate flavor, Assam robust malty notes, or Japan ceremonial matcha. Ceremonies and rituals. Many cultures have developed integrated tea ceremonies and rituals, emphasizing mindful aesthetics and social interaction, like the Japanese Chanyu or the Chinese Gongfu tea ceremony. Social and economic impact. Tea production has significantly impacted regional economies, providing livelihoods for millions of people and driving trade and infrastructure development. Importance of tree preservation. Tea preservation involves safeguarding these valuable aspects for future generations. This includes protection, traditional preservation, conserving tea varieties, maintaining the genetic diversity of tea plants, preserving tea-related artifacts and locations, safeguarding ancient processing equipments, historical tea houses, and tea plantation themselves, promoting sustainable practices, encouraging responsible tea production methods, educating and raising awareness, sharing the rich history and cultural importance of tea museums and heritage tours. First, then we discuss about tea tourism. What is tea tourism? Tea tourism is about immersive experiences from farm to cup, from the lucrative tea gardens, how the process of tea plucking, tea blending, and then it comes to our cup, our taste buds, our preservation of heritage through tea tourism. The tea industry has deep roots in the cultural and economic fabric of many regions. Traditional practices of tea cultivation, hand picking, and artisanal processing have been passed down through generations. These practices are not only essential to the quality of tea, but also a vital part of heritage of tea growing regions. Driving innovations and diversifications. While heritage forms the foundation, innovation is the driving force behind the transformation tea tourism sector. Tea tourism is evolving beyond the traditional plantation visit. Digitalization has further expanded the scope of tea tourism. Virtual plantation tours on online tea tasting workshops and digital storytelling connect tea estates with global audience. This fusion of tradition and technology enhances engagement and extends reach of tea tourism beyond physical boundaries. The activities and that make tea tourism fun. So this is one of the important section of tea tourism, how we can involve tea tourism in all destinations, tea oriented destinations. Tea testing, tea blending, heritage storytelling, tea trails, tea walks, tea bungalow visit, all these help to upgrade the tea tourism at various levels. This is one of the glimpse we can see through the activities in which helps to upgrade the tea tourism. So now I will say something about tea tourism in India. So as we see different places of India, for example, in the Himalayan section, we have Darjeeling, in West Bengal, we have Assam, where tea is very much popular, and Darjeeling is already having GI status in India of tea. And then moving towards south, which goes with the Nilgiri region, South India, which covers the state of Tamil Nadu, Kerala, and somewhat part of Karnataka. So Kuti, Munnar, and Kurg, these three areas are highly popular for exploring the tea culture and tea traditions. Tea tourism is popular, can be made popular here. We also have luxury tea tourism abodes. We have different hotels, resorts in the tea gardens. For example, Taj, we are having Taj hotels in Darjeeling to give an experience of hospitality as well as tourism together. As I said, Darjeeling is one of the important destination which is having a GI status. So this is Munnar, where I have personally visited. I have seen Darjeeling also I have visited. So I have seen how tea has been, they are working upon it. The tea tourism, they are working upon it. We have tea museums there. We have a big plantation there, machinery, old machinery which were used, handmade teas, everything is being explained there, but it needs to be highlighted, which is not yet being processed. Coming to Sri Lanka, Sri Lanka also have a vast production of tea. So tea brewing, I have gone through different tea brewing methods. I have friends there. I have gone through there. All these are hand processed, handmade teas. So tea testing also is available there. Many types of tea. Tea is not constrained to some types. This is one place which is known as Chiang Mai, Thailand, where I visited personally, and I have explored many things there where tea grows without elevation. So here we can see, I was been there. I have tasted the tea. The tea grows without elevation, as I mentioned, and the concept of sustainability is also there. Highly, these are all handmade tea. We can see the pictures. The handmade tea is completely different concept. If we taste it, we can understand the importance, and we can understand its taste also. And here, as I said, without elevation, tea grows. Okay. And some of the products of sustainability, where like for example, we have lychee fruit. From lychee fruit leaves, tea is being made. From spinach, tea is being made. So like that type of different variety concept of sustainability, I have noticed the tea is being grown there and without elevation. So tea doesn't have a simple concept of constraint with one or two. Generally it is varied from different ways, different aspects. So the economic impact helps to grow with the new livelihoods, with the extension of livelihoods, how people generate it in a different way, different manner. Community empowerment is of course there. The small farmers, then the the small shareholders, women cooperatives who are investing upon the tea business, they are getting much benefit through these types of promotions. If tea promotions, tea tourism promotions must be there in all the places, in all tea destinations especially. So that should be highlighted in a broader aspect. Cultural preservation is, of course, must be the tea ceremony, hand rolling cultural ceremonies must be there for the promotion of tea tourism. Without it, we can't able to enhance this concept. Environment sustainability, we can see different organic cultivation, different the carbon emissions thing, the habitat conservations, all this we can understand, we can see, and how it has been implemented towards the destinations. Innovation of tea tourism experience with the digital storytelling, eco-lodges, culinary fusions, wellness retreats, all these are involving with tea tourism effect. The alignment of SDG goals come with economic growth, gender equity, climate action, cultural preservation, reduce inequalities. All these are associated with the tea tourism based activities, as it will be enhanced and as it will be upgraded with different parts of the world, as this concept will be passed on different parts of the world as a tea destinations, to upgrade tea tourism, to promote tea tourism. So it will be highly beneficial in covering all the suspected areas of the study, of the research of the study where it has been shown. Lastly, the challenges and the way forward. So balancing the heritage and innovations, as the gap is there because the tea tourism is still behind. Very few people know about the concept of this tea tourism. So we need to upgrade it we need to highlight it in front of the tourists who love to have tea, who love to visit to different destinations, nature-wise destinations. It also helps to, it's a kind of healthy, if you go with the goal 3, it says that health and well-being. So it is the concept of tea tourism. It can happen in that way also. Invest in infrastructure development is also important, and foster stakeholder collaboration. The stakeholders should come together and also work with the different tea oriented workshops, and also boost the tea tourism in different shapes.
Yes, we have limited time, so we can turn on a second speaker. Dr. Amna Javed was here, but I think she has some technical problems. I have her video. I will play it now. Wait a minute. Yes, I will share in a minute. Yes.
My presentation topic is about how marketing has transformed across different sectors, from traditional firm-driven strategies to disruptive, technology-enabled, and customer-centric models. Here are my presentation outline. I will discuss introduction of marketing strategies, drivers of transformation, and disruptive models with case study references, and finally the conclusion. This presentation explores how marketing has shifted in multiple sectors under the influence of digital innovation and changing societal values. So marketing has evolved dramatically across different industries, driven by technology, consumer behavior shifts, and innovative business models. So traditionally, marketing emphasized products and firm-driven communication. The customer's role was largely passive with limited interaction or personalization. Recently, marketing has evolved dramatically across industries that have empowered customers, focusing firms to become more adaptive, transparent, and interactive. So traditional strategies are being replaced by disruptive models that challenge traditional structures by focusing on co-created values and long-term relationships rather than short-term transactions. My research work includes different sectors like banking, transportation, education, platforms, and different organizations. So banking is critical for economic growth, financial inclusion, and customer wealth management. And transportation is the backbone of mobility, commerce, and urban development. And finally, education is the foundation for skill development, innovation, and lifelong learning. Let's discuss some case studies of my research. In academia, the first case study is about difference between conventional and Islamic banking, and always act as an intermediary, and there is a big difference in social values. So if you see the transformation, so transformation is moving from product-centric to service-centric thinking, and shift says focusing on customer experience rather than just only providing them the reporter. And he had a great stress that CSR is not enough for companies, that is more about charity. So they have less power to boost the economy. So it is necessary to incorporate the social goals with the business goals. If we see the difference between Uber and Careem, ride-hailing platforms, rising shared value with users and drivers. Yes, and the real-time active learning is after class, student must get great knowledge that must stay longer. The results shows that real times from listening to doing, encouraging critical thinking and inquiry, provide continuous feedback and reflections, and leveraging technology and tools. These days, the implementation of group work is getting attention to promote active learning in an educational setting or even in organization. So this case is about psychological safety. Due to nature, size, status, hierarchy, and diversified features of a group, it is difficult to transform a group into a team. As a response to the issue, the concept of psychological safety was considered to be the best solution to align the vision of the diversified groups in open communication, facilitator to control values. However, in 21st century, so multi-infrastructure, and finally fostering ecosystem partnership. Issues. Among the well-known, so Careem emphasized local solutions, cultural sensitivity, and has established strong partnership holders where both parties get the benefit and reach a win-win situation. The success of a platform business is often dependent on achieving a balance between the needs and interests of different user segments while capitalizing on the positive feedback loop. If I summarize my presentation, then in summary, marketing transformation across sectors highlights a deeper paradigm shift, where success is defined not by what firms sell, but by the shared experience and values they create with customers. Thank you so much. And if you have any question or comment, please send me an email at the mentioned email address.
Yes, thanks. Dr. Amna Javed is here. We have limited time, so I will turn on Farhana Yeasmin. She's
Yes,
here.
I'm here.
Good morning, Farhana. You can
Good morning.
present your presentation.
Can you see that?
Yes, I can share. I can see. Yes,
Okay.
yes, it's available.
Okay. Mm, but I can't see my presentation. It's okay. I think I can start, right?
Yes, yes.
Well, okay. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for being here. Today, me and my colleague Rakiv, we are going to explore a fascinating and counterintuitive problem with you all in the world of microfinance. We often assume that getting people to repay their loans is the ultimate sign of success. But what if our most effective tactics for securing repayment are actually undermining the very people we are trying to help? This is what we called behavioral notch paradox. Okay, can you see the second slide?
Yes, yes, we can see.
Okay, so let's start with the promise. Imagine a small-scale entrepreneur, let's call her Maria, running a stall in a local market. A micro loan gives her the capital to start her business. It's a ladder out of poverty. But from day one, Maria is caught in a hidden conflict. So what is that? For microfinance institute, she needs to repay their loan constantly and keep the system running. On the other hand, Maria needs money to reinvest for herself and for her business, to buy more stock, to fix her stall, to seize a certain opportunity. This is the daily high-stake tightrope she walks. Paying the loan back often means not doing the things that would make her business grow and ultimately make her more secure. This fundamental tension is where our story begins. Now, where's the core problem? And this begins us with the heart of the problem. In our drive to ensure repayment, we may have been solving for the wrong metrics. We have identified what we called the behavioral notch paradox. It's the very marketing messages and communications designed to boost repayment are often the very things that inhibit the reinvestment needed for the long-term growth. So the critical question we must ask to ourselves today is that, are our successful campaigns accidentally stifling the entrepreneur success? Now, the psychology behind all these problems. Well, to understand why this happens, we need to look at the psychology behind these financial decisions. It's not just about numbers, it's about the human mind. We operate with three key psychological drivers. The first theory is the notch theory. Small changes in how we frame a message can steer behavior dramatically. A message like "don't lose your credit access" taps into a powerful fear to loss. Or in the second theory, that is mental accounting, we don't see the money as one big plot. We put it into our mental boxes. A microloan often goes straight into the dead box, and the psychology urge to empty the box as fast as possible. And the third and final psychological fact is we act according, that is identity economics. We act according to who we believe we are. Is Maria a responsible borrower, or she is an ambitious entrepreneur who should take calculated that risk? Most MFI's communication is designed to trigger the responsible borrowers. Okay. So from the next slide, we can have that. So what happens in practice? Our marketing messages act as an identity switch. Messages that say your repayment is due or 90% of your group has already paid. Flip the switch to responsible borrower. The result, short-term compliance. Money is pulled from the business to service the debt. And so, hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay.
You can keep on. We have 5 minutes.
Okay. So here we have that paradoxes. So messages that we repayment that I have already shared. So I think I can skip some slides and let's back to the data. Well, so this isn't just about theory. The data from the field paid struck the picture. A compiling study in Uganda looked at SMS reminder. They found the loss framed messages, those leveraging fear, increased on time repayment by an impressive 11%. But here's the other side of the coin. Those same messages simultaneously reduces inventory purchases. So now we can have that that when the pressure of repay is the only signal we send, we don't create more profitable entrepreneurs. We create better actors. So what could be the solution, or what we can rethink about this process? So where do we go from here? The goal is not to stop nudging, but to start nudging more intelligently. We need communication to strive both institutions and the human being. This means using balanced framing, combining repay your loan on time with ... like so you can quantify for larger growth capital later, or leveraging a smarter channel, or acknowledging the dual identity that is speaking to the whole person, the responsible borrower and the ambitious entrepreneurs. Our messaging should honor both roles. And finally, I can conclude that the most effective nudge is not the one that gets the loan repaid the faster. It's the one that helps to grow the business. Our challenge and our opportunity is to move beyond short-term metrics and build a microfinance system that truly nurture long-term resilience. A system where Maria or other entrepreneurs does not just survive but thrives. Thank you all.
Thank you,
And we
Farhana.
are open for question if you have any questions.
Yes, also we will upload all Zoom meeting of the symposium on TNKU İİBF YouTube channel. I will send you all the link when it appears. We have so limited time, so if it's okay, I can share my abstract video for this. Sorry. It's okay. I am Professor Dr. Seda. Artificial intelligence has increased as AI development of areas within the business field. The rising trend in AI is predicted to maintain its place in the future. As its use in business increases, customers have also begun to interact with AI tools more frequently. Customer management is seen as one of the areas where businesses benefit more. Dr. Seda, I work in London from American titled The Rise of Artificial Intelligence Usage in Customer Services. I want to share my presentation so you can follow it better. Yes. Yes, we will. This session will be closed in 20 seconds. So it is abstract paper. I work with Afzal, Munna, and Giuseppe Cantafio from international universities. So you can see all videos on YouTube channel. So thanks for all your participation here. We will close now. And you can turn on second sessions with different link. So it's important to join in this link. Be careful. Thank you for all being here. I hope see in the next symposiums. Thank you so much.